Okay, so this will be the second video of the cottonwood bark epoxy pour. I know all the stuff I did wrong in the first place, so you guys don't need to tell me. This epoxy set up in probably like 4 minutes. Um, it's because I boiled hot water, and I put these things here, the epoxy, sitting in the hot water for like 15 minutes, so it got too hot and it just took super quick. So you can see here. There's a crack. It did crack. I expected it to crack once I seen it was curing so quick. And there's a crack here too. Okay. What I did, I put this is ducting tape. It's really good tape for when you're doing duct work. What I did is I got normal packing tape, just the clear stuff. I put one strip of it down. Then this stuff wasn't sticky enough, so that's when I went over top of it with the metal tape. So let's get this all this tape and stuff off here and see if it cracked much more on the front. Okay, well. Because what I'm going to do in this piece now is I'm going to carve a wood spirit. So there's some bubbles and stuff that stayed in there. No big deal. I couldn't believe how fast it was taking, but that's just for my own silliness. Okay, I did order some. This stuff's not meant for deep pour. You know, to do it right, I should have epoxy that should like cure. It would take like 48 hours to cure, so the bubbles can get released from it and stuff like that. But we're just having fun here. If it works, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So now, I'll show you guys close up here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see here, where's this crack? So this crack is right here. Turn it around to the front, so it would probably be right here. And this crack is high enough so I know not to carve that high. So what I'm going to do is just start carving a wood spirit on this. See if it works out. This epoxy, you got to take a lot more. You got to do a lot more sanding on it to make it look, well, like more clear. Okay, so it's set up for carving time. I'm going to start off using the Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr here and my Dremel flex shaft. I'm running a Dremel 4000 with the Dremel flex shaft. If you guys want to get these Kutzall burrs, just go to the description below. It will take you to the Kutzall site. Use code CFusion at checkout. You'll save yourself 5%. I will end up switching to a less aggressive burr, like some diamond burrs and stuff, because like I said, you have to really sand this epoxy really nice to get the true colors to come through. So this is mostly going to be a time lapse. I'll start off carving slow though, but if you guys see this silver stuff, I just taped up the wire on the back for the light so I don't carve into it my madness. So I guess just let's do 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so here is a Carving Fusion voiceover, the dreaded voiceover. So you see there, I used my Fordham with the 1/4" Kutzall on there to clean up where the epoxy came out of the pour, so I can see what's really going on. You can use these Kutzall burrs for like soapstone for the epoxy. And one thing about this I'd like to say is, there you go, there's a shot of it. One thing I'd like to say about this is, you guys, if you want to learn how to carve a wood spirit, I have tons of videos how to carve the wood spirits in my playlist, step by step. But what I was saying, there's my eyes. That's where I was going to put the forehead up top there. Carving this epoxy and the cottonwood bark, I think next time I'll use a harder type wood, because the epoxy, I guess it would be like carving a hardwood, and then the cottonwood bark is like the super soft wood. There's another Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. So when you're say like there, I'm cutting in the epoxy, then to the bark, it's like hard then super soft. So it digs in where it gets super soft. So it's hard when you're cutting epoxy. Then when it hits the wood, boom, it digs in real deep. So you got to keep a steady hand, and you got to know when it's going to hit the soft wood. So I am going to be doing another one of these. where I ordered the real, see how it slowed down there when I hit the epoxy? And definitely wear your dust masks, any type of wood carving. I think this is sped up 3 times the speed now. It's fun to carve. You know, if you get a good epoxy pour, it's consistent. I've carved it. Pete's done epoxy pour stuff with me before, where he did the pour and stuff like that. It's consistent to carve. Just the thing with epoxy, it takes a long time to, you know, you guys know that I'm not the biggest fan of sanding, so it does, you got to take it down to a lot finer grit. So probably like 600 grit if you want to do a really wicked piece, even higher. Then you use like car polish stuff. But that's what I'll be doing on my next project. And I will be getting back to chainsaw carving here pretty soon. I got a huge project coming up. It's going to be a wishing well with one of my big, huge old cedar logs I got. I was there today taking a look at that log, and well, it's probably like 1,000 pounds, 800 pounds. It's going to be hard to move around. I might have to get somebody to help me to move it into carving position. So I'm just basically carving this as a wood spirit. You know, I'll say later on in the video, you got to think beyond the carving itself. You got to look where the epoxy's showing, and yeah, it'll make more sense when I say it later. So, you know, it's basically, like I say in my other videos, art's an experiment. It is an experiment. Even the masters at things they do, they're learning every day. You know, I don't think you can ever stop learning. Do you know what I mean? So just have fun. You can see on the dark there, on the side of the epoxy where it's kind of black. Did that because I spray painted inside black. Then I did a clear coat on the inside where I did the pour. So I will be doing that on my next one. It gives a real neat effect. Anyways, thank God this voiceover. Another one's coming up pretty soon. So, yep, carry on. Okay, so this is about half an hour carving. I want to really suggest everybody, if you're carving the epoxy or any wood carving, wear your dust mask, please. So, I'm disappointed in myself. I'm more than disappointed in myself. I want to swear like crazy right now, but it is what it is. There's nothing you can do. I like the shape of this guy. It's good, but I carved too deep. Okay, that's this. I'm not going to fool around. See that little white thing right here? I carved into the light. This light, see those little things there on the side? The 1, 2, 3 there? That's solder. So what I've done is I've carved the solder away. What you're looking at is a side view of this light in there like that. It's my own fault. This whole thing's my own fault. Like these cracks, I knew something was gonna happen. So, okay, so like, yeah, I don't know. I might as well plug these lights in and show you guys what's going on. Okay, there you can see the lights going. I wish, this is hard to explain, but this line travels all the way up here. I don't know if it goes up this side, then up and around and down this side, or if it goes up on this side and around. So I don't know. There's only like there's only probably like three lights working in there. 1, 2, maybe, yeah, maybe only 2 lights. So I don't see there's any way I can fix this problem. It is what it is. You know, so what I'm gonna do, well, I don't know. You see, there's the problem right there, that little white thing. I don't know. Okay, so pulling out my jeweler's mask here. These are great for little details. I could look really inside here and see where my finger's tapping. Let's see here. See where I'm tapping right here. I hit I can see the copper wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carve deeper. I'm going to carve this whole white thing right out of there. And that will just be that, I guess. So you won't see a white thing in there. There's nothing else I can do. All right, so I cut out that little white light so you don't see it anymore, and cut deeper inside there with this little metalworking burr. I don't know. That's why I don't like doing the voiceovers, because I forget if I show you guys it cut out or not, but you'll see that it's not there later on in the video. So all I'm doing is just cleaning up the forehead with this little metalworking burr. They come in sets of 20. And cleaning away the Kutzall cuts, the marks those burrs leave. Then I'm using the peterblair sanding mandrel. I think it's like 250 grit I got on here. Just cleaning up a bit more. I'm not going to clean this up too much. It doesn't need it. Okay, so I got it as sanded as much as I want to sand it. Let's do a spit test. I think it's like 220 grit. You guys can see those white things. Those are from the holes in the epoxy, the bubbles, right? Don't care. So what I've done is I've gone outside and spray painted this black so the epoxy doesn't shine through the back. Okay, but so I figured, well, man, it just pisses me off. Only 2 lathes work at the bottom here. So I was thinking, well, what am I thinking, Jordy? Why don't I just use another strip and carve a channel right down here and put that strip in the back, so at least you'll see lights all the way through. It might not be a professional piece, but it's still better than nothing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to carve a channel in this epoxy all the way down here. I'm going to cut all this wire out, and I'm going to just friggity frick. It's going to be a mess. Oh, it's going to be a mess, but I'm going to get it done. That's what we do here. Told ya, it's going to be a mess, but we got the channel carved in. That's why it's always good to have standbys. Okay, I don't know what was happening here, but it wasn't recording audio. So there you see I got the strip. I got it hot glued in there. And I'm going to put that metal tape on the back, kind of hide the ugliness. There you go. It's hidden. Yep. Kind of see that black line there? That's the light itself. You can see the copper wire there. Who cares? You don't even really notice it if I didn't point it out. You know, you got to think these YouTube videos are to show my mistakes I do in a learning process. What's the sense of making the videos if I don't show you guys exactly what's going on? I can make it look like totally flawless and look like everything I do is perfect, but I'm not a perfect person, and I just don't care. I'll be the first to point out my mistakes so you guys can learn from my mistakes, and we all learn here together. That's the way Carving Fusion rolls. Yep, roll with it and carry on. Yep. CA gluing it, the whole piece. Don't care. Don't care. You've never owned an Indian. It's amazing. It's amazing. Rick, he's a restoration guy, and everybody's right to be happy. But we're still not out of the woods yet. We still got to find a buyer. All right, once again. Perfect. All we need is a big strike. There's plenty of anglers out here casting their poles. Let's go downtown. You can always play everything you fishing or basketball. There's tons of people. So I guess it's time now. We can call this one done. Trials and errors. I knew completely doing this epoxy pour from the very beginning it wasn't proper. But why I said I'm going to go for it with this this epoxy here, this Eco epoxy, because I did try out a pour in a little cup, and that's what I got. And it didn't crack. So I said, well, screw it. I'm just going to go for it. Who cares? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. This isn't perfect. It's not perfect by all means. It's still cool. And it's still different. Okay? So, you guys can see here, it's all glossy. I use this STARBOND thin. I am an affiliate of STARBOND. I don't really say too much. I don't use this stuff that much in my videos. But you guys, if you want to get this STARBOND, it will be the super glue to finish your wood carvings. It will be in the description below. Okay. Mr. David Grass. Mr. Kicking Ass David Grass. If you want this, it's yours, buddy. Like I said, I'm going to be doing giveaways on my videos for a little bit here. This is yours. You know, it's not perfect, but it's the first of many. So if you take this one and you want this one, you'll have the first of many that I'm going to do here. So it's up to you, Mr. Kickin' Ass David Grass. I just want to say thank you for all your support and your generosity. Not really the generosity, basically the support. You've been a subscriber for a long time. So, I got some notes written down here of what I'll know better for next time. Because I got another one lined up here ready to go. When I got the better deep pour epoxy coming. Keep the wood walls all even. So try and make them all even all the way around. So when I do the pour, it's just an even carve. Use the proper epoxy. Duh. Kiln dried wood, yeah, if I get it, or just very dry wood. Install the lights after, if I can do it. I just got to think ahead, so I think I'll install the lights after next time. Think past the carving. Leave more wood. So, for example, I'm going to turn the lights. I had this set up in my bedroom last night to make sure that I like it enough to want to give it to Dave, and I do. But I left it in my bedroom last night with the lights on. And to see what this shape is of the blue, because you got the wood, sorry it's glitchy, you got the wood here, you got the wood coming up here, but how is it going to look when the lights are on and you don't see this wood, you just see the shadow of it. So what I mean by that is think past the carving. Think of how, so carve out a tree, so you see the blue inside, the tree's blue. Carve a squirrel or a snake or whatever you want, a flower or whatever you want to do. So think past think deep into the carving. Think what it's going to look like at nighttime. Okay? So I'm going to turn the lights. I'm going to turn the lights off here, and then I'm going to turn the lights on. You guys know I use the string lights in here. Not string lights, strand or whatever. There's a remote control. It's not going to be a Carving Fusion Grand Finale. We'll just, I'm going to show you guys quickly pictures here. Because I know when I'm filming and doing lights, the lights look way too bright. So remember, the first video, I tried to make the lights on the outside so you don't see them, but now the lights are going up the middle. Yes, you do see them, okay? And you're going to see them a lot more on camera that you'd see in real life. But last night when I was looking at it, all the lights were off in my bedroom, I was looking at it, the lights give it a special character, and things will pop out to you at nighttime when the lights are on, then things popping out to you now. You know, one time I thought it was a koi fish, like here were the fins, these blue things were the fins. Then you see a nice face in here with the eyebrows, and then you see the little mustache coming down here. David Grass, I'm pretty sure you're a burner, so you can come to your own conclusions if you get this piece. If you want it, it's up to you, buddy. So let me show you the other piece I got ready for Carve 2. That's the next piece. So I got it hollowed out probably about 2.5 inches in here. Okay. This is, I believe it's butternut. It's a piece of driftwood. It's dry. I found it was the wood that I found that we couldn't figure out what it was till we figured out it was butternut. So I got all the walls pretty well even, right? I got a little slot here when this epoxy's poured in here. I can put carve a little slit, put the lights in facing sideways. And I don't know, this will be the next project. Oh, one more thing I want to talk about before I turn the lights off too. The mad scientist has donated some of his mandrels for a giveaway. So there's sanding mandrel, you got some sandpaper in here, there's peterblair. Guys, if you want to get these, his email is listed below. So he's donated this for a giveaway. This is one of his cutters that you can put on the mandrel for the beard hairs. That's just something that he created to carve in beard hairs. I haven't used it yet. And here's another mandrel. So he's donated these for a giveaway. So I'm going to do a quick video. The next video out will be a giveaway on these mandrels, peterblair mandrels. Thanks, Pete. Anyway, so let's turn the lights off and see how this looks. Like I said, pre-warning, it's going to look a lot brighter than it does in real life. And you're going to see the lights right down the middle. Okay, it's all plugged in. With this remote and these lights, you get lots of different colors. So let's do 3, 2, 1. It's on a time change thing right now. But see, that looks super cool. And at nighttime, super dark. That's when it's going to, you can turn the, let's just do some colors here. This is, Dave, so you know, this thing you need to have out in the open. It's kind of ugly hanging on the wall. But you need, because this is what connects to the remote control thing, okay? And then once you get it, you can put some glue here to glue it so it doesn't come undone, because it's just little pin things. But then let's try some different colors on this. Okay? So the colors aren't really the colors because that's blue. So let's turn off a light here. So you can see the lights in the background, but it doesn't matter because after a while when you're looking at it, you're not like, oh, look at those lights in the background. You know what I mean? It just kind of blends into the piece and it gives it different things, different characters and stuff like that. So let's turn this light off. I think my screen was kind of dirty, so I had to redo this part. So let's turn the lights on. Okay, so there you can see the lights down the middle, but who cares? You'll see at nighttime, Dave, when you're looking at this, different things will pop out. Like I said, you're a burner. I'm pretty sure you are. I'm not too sure, but different sorts of things will pop out. So, like I said, pre-warning, it's way brighter on the camera than it is in real life. So let's turn this light off. So you got different things for you. You can turn the, let's just put it on green here. You can turn it up or down, colors. So that's not so bright. Not super bright, but let's turn it down for this video. Okay, so let's do this multi thing. Anyways, you guys can see how it, and it doesn't flicker in real life. You can see how different things pop out, but you can see the face. Wait. Anyways, that's it, everybody. You can see a face right there. Or you can see a koi fish. Or like this is arms here, and there's a dancing lady with some hair coming off the sides and something coming off her head. Who knows? That's it, everybody. Hope you're all good. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, the next video is the peterblair sanding mandrel. And David Grass, send me a text. Let me know if you want this one. It's yours. The first of many. Don't forget to give back, everybody. Give back's a good thing. Carving Fusion. Over and out. Abra cadabra. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like this video if you like this video. It just helps with the algorithm and all that stuff. So carry on.